Mike Rob, thanks for coming in.
Hey, love being here, especially on this occasion.
Yeah, that's right, because it is time for the big play breakdown. And last week you were on the call of that Start Whitmer game Thursday night. As a Start grad, we won't talk too much about the results, but as a proud Northwest Toledoan, we can take some pride in what we saw from the Whitmer Panthers.
Absolutely. You know what? And Start's going to be okay, Mark. I think you're going to hang your hat on something good at the end of the season. We'll see. But right now, it's all about the Panthers and that roar they got right there. Let's take a look at it. Billy Wirtz getting his first start at quarterback here for the Panthers. Oh, no. Some trouble happens here. See Mr. Kelly, Mr. Power 5 offers, getting all the looks in the world. Late here in the first quarter, let's break it down. He is getting a look at it. He's been keying in on his quarterback. A lot of pressure on the quarterback at this time. But both things you see both of the outside defenders step up on the flat defender. But Kelly is so athletic, he steps up, pops the ball to himself, and makes a fantastic interception. Take a look at Napoleon Jimson in the inside with the pressure, the hand to the up, and tipping it to himself. Excellent job right there by Mr. Kelly. A lot of college coaches are looking to get him. Here's a bonus play for you. Take a look at him on the outside. He's looking to come off the edge. Unclean tight end forgets to block him. Quarterback had no chance at all. Cam Ding slows down, say, yeah, go ahead, pick that up, Mr. Kelly. Let him complete the hat trick. The fumble, the sack, the touchdown. All in one play. Again, Kelly coming on the outside. That is a scary sight. Quarterbacks, you don't want to see that, and then you don't want to see this if you're a coach. The scoop and the score. What an excellent job there by Mr. Kelly, and that is our big play breakdown.
Whitmer gets the victory, and one of the reasons why people are so excited about this Panther team, they are a young team, and we saw that talent. We also saw a little bit of that youth, though, a little bit undisciplined, a lot of penalties against the Panthers in that game against Start.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they got to grow up here. You know, Coach Winters is going to figure this thing out. These young guys are going to have a long week of practice of all those penalties. Typically, they equate to sprints, but we'll see if that works out. But I know this week they can't go and do the same thing because they got a tougher opponent coming to their house.
Yeah, Dublin Jerome coming up after they beat Perrysburg last week. Let's talk a little about the Yellow Jackets. They make the trip down to Dublin Jerome last week. This week, they're going to make the trip down to Findlay. Perrysburg 0-1, Findlay 0-1, two very good 0-1 teams. It's a shame one of those is going to be 0-2 after week 2.
Well, you know what? If you're anything, if you're looking at Anthony Wayne, they came out and they had the textbooks, you know, defense to stop Ryan Montgomery, and that's what you think they should be looking for this week. Because you look at Findlay, they're going to have to find a way to spread that ball around. These two teams should have another quarterback battle. Tackett he already got on Twitter talking about, hey, we didn't like the way it went down week 2. We ready. So I like the energy that's going to be in the house for this game. Everybody should tune in because you're going to have magic all around. And Connor Walton, Zach, never sleep on that man. He is a game breaker.
You mentioned Anthony Wayne, the Generals, of course, beating Findlay. They will take on St. John's this week. Titans looking for win number 1.
Absolutely. Blake Lichtenberg and company. You love Coach Mack and Owen Madden and those guys up front. And Big French. They got a great offensive line, young, ready to get going. Gallagher on the outside. There should be a lot of fireworks happening here. But also, those defensive backs look pretty good. Trey Green is one of the best in this area. And it's going to be exciting to see that matchup happen because Anthony Wayne, they're no slouches, and they're going to come bringing it this week.
You don't want to talk about moral victories yet. For Central Catholic, maybe perhaps a moral victory. They did lose to the defending Division I state champs. They looked very good. Now they're home for Benedictine. Benedictine lost in overtime on Saturday night. So again, two very hungry teams going head-to-head week 2.
You know, you look at Benedictine last year. They won this game week 1 versus Walsh in the overtime. This time around, they lost in a double overtime. Now they're coming in here with Central Catholic. Central Catholic versus St. Ed's. You know what, Mark? Let the players play. Because that onside kick, to me, looking at it, it looked like you go to Northeast Ohio, you get Northeast Ohio. But Central Catholic looked good. Taiwan Clark, Braden Alls, those guys were connecting really well all night. And that young offensive line they got is churning. That defense, let me tell you, for them to hold that offense and with the power that they have down to what they did to 23 points, Central Catholic is going to come in this thing rolling versus Benedictine. But Kareem Jennings, this is the guy that you want to watch if you're the offensive line because he is a premier pass rusher.
Southview Cougars 1-0. I don't think many people are surprised that they beat Rogers, but hanging 70 on the Rams. They now take on Waite. Waite did hang with Northview for quite a bit in week 1.
Well, you know what? Wade did an excellent job, but it's only so much you can do when you have 8 and 10 players going both ways, and that's a lot. You know, that's more than half of your squad. You know, so they're going to figure it out. Coach Peacock is an excellent coach. They're going to get it going. But let's talk about it. Southview, Isaac Sexton and company, 115 yards, 3 touchdowns. Went out there doing it. Avery Offenberg, you also saw Mays. So they're trying to figure out who they have at quarterback. But Lamb and company, these guys are good. And I'm telling you, Southview is a team on the prowl.
It's always good to talk football with Mike Robinson. Mike, Rob, thanks for coming in. Of course, he'll be back with us on Friday for Game Day Nation.